Hey, this is Rich from Tennessee Homestead. Welcome back to part 4 of So You Want to Be a Homesteader. And if you've made it through the first 3 parts without getting so bored you got suicidal, I'm glad you stuck around for part 4. Basically, what I'm trying to do here is give you the general information of some of the things you're going to face as a homesteader. Not so much the day-to-day information, but mainly to let you have a pretty good idea of what you might be facing out there. So that when you sit down and you and your family have this discussion about, is this something we want to do, you're armed with a lot of facts as far as, this could be difficult. It's going to be a big change. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot of work. But there's also the flip side to it. There's a lot of reward. There's a lot of good things that go along with it. There's nothing more beautiful than a new calf that just born. First time it gets up and starts walking around. And you watch the herd of cattle gather around it, like welcoming it. It's kind of a beautiful thing to watch. It's interesting to watch a hen that has decided she wants to raise some chicks and how she'll defend that nest and stand her ground. So, different things of this nature. There's a lot of beauty in nature. There's a lot of satisfaction of knowing that you can take care of yourself and your family. There is the definite health perks of, one, you can cancel that gym membership, guarantee you. You've got plenty to keep you busy. You'll get plenty of exercise. You can curl 50-pound bags of feed instead of heading to the gym. So, these are some of the more positive things. To watch, a small calf grow into a beautiful cow, and to be a part of that. I have some girls that come up to the barn at night, knowing that I'm going to be out there closing down chicken coops, and they come up for no other reason to get their head scratched. So it's bonding time. Okay. Wife always referred to it as getting cow kisses. So, to say it's all negative would be an absolute lie. There's a lot of beauty in it. There is a lot of good times in it. Watching your land improve. Filling your pantry out of your garden. Watching your garden grow. All these things are positives. They're good for you. They're good for your heart. They're good for your soul. You just can't imagine the satisfaction you have watching an animal go from a baby to a parent. Okay? It is a grand feeling. It's great to have your neighbors come by and go, wow, that is one good looking group of cows you got out there. Or that's a good looking group of sheep you have, or whatever. To have other people involved in the lifestyle appreciate the work and the effort that you put forth. It matters. And it in itself is, some of the rewards you get. Along with the satisfaction of knowing that you've given your family healthy food, not this garbage that they're pushing on us out there in the grocery stores. If you do any research at all on things like your GMO foods and factory processed chickens and eggs and so forth, you quickly come to the conclusion this stuff is not good for you and not healthy. And we wonder why While, yeah, due to modern medicine, human beings are living longer. Um, but you also are being pharmaceutically kept afloat. You know, a lot of seniors, if you watch them, they'll be going to their medicine cabinets during the day, and you know, they're taking enough pills where they're too full to eat breakfast. So there's something to be said about the simpler lifestyle. Stress levels are down. You don't worry about things quite as much because you know that you've got a pantry full of food, and you got a freezer full of beef, and you got chickens laying you eggs every day, and you're not going to starve. Okay? These are important things to know. And they're part of the reason a lot of people are looking to make this lifestyle change. And God love you. This portion of this video's last part here, I want to stress, care for your land. Most of us in this area do things very organically. I'm blessed to have neighbors who, you know, their idea of fertilizing the field is to break out the manure spreader and start loading up their compost that they've collected. That matters, because what they do up there on them hills affects what happens down here. So, you know, knowing that I've got neighbors around me that feel the same way is a real plus. It is a real plus and a real blessing, and I got some great people around me. You can too. You know, you just have to be the driving force, and you set the pace. You know, you really do. You kind of when you first get onto your homestead, by your actions and your deeds, it'll dictate how the people around you treat you. Okay. You may live next door to a jerk. It's going to happen at times. Luckily, I'm blessed with good neighbors. But sometimes you'll end up with a jerk. Yeah. Ignore them. Go on about your business. You know, don't let them affect your life. Don't let them stress you out. The most important thing is to learn. How do I improve my land? How do I fix the tractor? How do I repair the hydraulics on my front loader? How do I? These are all important things, and they're skills you need to learn. I mean, it's that simple. Please don't rely totally on the internet, because if for some reason this thing ever gets unplugged, or you know, your power grids are down or whatever, you can still read a book by a kerosene lamp. You're not going to be able to go out online and Google, how do I fix the hydraulics on the tractor? So when you find a good book that has a lot of information on different topics, it's worth pennies to go ahead and invest in it, so that you got it, just in case. Okay. One of the things I suggest to a lot of people is see if there's, you know, a farm around in your area that has like an intern program or something like this, where you can come out, or even just go out and be able to volunteer some time, to where you get a little hands-on. Because as I've said before, you can learn all sorts of things, but till you put these two little items that are attached to the end of your arm onto the project, you really don't know how to do it. You have to physically do it. You may not get it just perfect the first time you try it, and you'll learn from that mistake. And next time you won't make that mistake, and you might make a new one. But then the third time you do it, you'll skip those two mistakes. You see how it works? You know, it's a learning experience. And the thing of it is you just can't take yourself too seriously when you're doing these things. I see a lot of folks out there that just really, they've lost their sense of humor about it all. And that's going to cause stress on you. You don't want to lose that. You got to be able to laugh at yourself. Let your family laugh with you. A lot of times it's at you. So, that's all fine. There's so much good that you can do as a farmer in a homestead situation where it is a functioning, take care of your family farm with the livestock and the whole shooting match. That, you can do so much good. Okay? And so much good in the community, so much good for your family. One of the pitfalls that I have seen, and you don't want to fall into this, you look around and some guy up the road, he's driving a big John Deere tractor that's got an air-conditioned cab, and all of his outbuildings are brand new, and his fences are, you look at this farm and go, oh, I want one like that. The thing you need to understand is that piece of land may have been in his family for generations. He may be the fifth or sixth in line to have that farm. He didn't create all those things. He just added to them. See what I'm saying? So what you have to look at is what am I going to pass to my children that they can continue to build on? And if it's possible to look down from heaven and see how it goes, maybe 5 or 6 generations, that little homestead that you started will be that big beautiful farm that you envy so much now. And you're the reason it got there. You kept your children active and involved and interested, and you allowed them to build on what you created initially. So don't get discouraged, and don't try to go out and mortgage everything up to the max so that you can have the big John Deere tractor with the air-conditioned cab and the buildings and so forth. You're the foundation block. The people that started that farm probably had a pair of mules and a hand plow. Okay? Keep that in mind. So if you're driving a 15-year-old tractor that you have to drive by day and work on by night, that's fine. That's what you need to do. Don't take yourself too seriously. You're not going to be the next great farming success if you look and work hard and you pay attention to what you're doing. You may be very proud of what you have built. You may get recognition from your local county extensions and things of this nature. Build on what you got. And last parting piece of advice. You're running a business. Treat it as such. If you think for 30 seconds that a business doesn't know what its costs are for each product it manufactures and what its profit margin needs to be for each product it manufactures, and what its selling price should be, and then again there also comes in the market price of what the market will bear. You have to know, because you may let's say raise some goats for profit, and then you suddenly find out I'm losing money on my goats. You may have to decide to stop at the goats and go with one of the items on the list there that is making you money. And you don't know that unless you're closely tracking your costs. Okay? I've seen that more than once when you ask somebody, what does that egg cost you? They don't have a clue. Not really. They may give it a good guess, but seriously they don't know. What did that, goat that you just sold for $200 cost you to raise? If it was $250, you'd be better off not raising goats. Know your costs. Keep a spreadsheet. Keep an eyeball on these things. Track your breeding. Be good, manage good husbandry skills. Know when your cow is due to give birth by knowing when she was bred. You have to be out there putting your footprint on those fields to know these things. Okay? Use your head. Be smart. Make sure your family's on board. Get rid of your debt. And good luck on your homestead. May God bless you.